It is currently the 22nd of March, 2020. Meteorologist Robert Spett here with you, and I do want to talk about the tropics today, specifically in the Western Pacific. There's a very weak tropical trough that could bring some rainfall across Palau and Mindanao. But before I get into that, I want to let you know I do plan on doing some live updates in the near future. Main reason is, much like everybody else, I'm kind of stuck inside. I do go out every now and then to get some groceries, but overall, just quarantining myself inside. I'm fine. I don't have anything, but, you know, that social distancing going on. So if there's any topics for live updates you want to know about, maybe I can make some localized forecasts for you. Please let me know, and I will see if I can work that into it. But first, let's get into this tropical update. So this is the area we're talking about here. It's located just towards the south of Guam. It's pretty much a broad trough right in here that is moving off towards the west-northwest. Now, according to JMA, or really any of the agencies out here, there's not much to talk about outside of it being a broad trough. And you can see that on these wind barbs here, located from Yap towards Palau and many of these smaller islands that dot across Micronesia towards the south of Guam. Taking a look at ASCAT imagery, though, this confirms up what those small islands are showing. What you have here is these winds moving in from the north. That's actually indicating 20 to 30 knot winds right in there, so pretty breezy inside some of those storms. And then if you basically follow this back towards the east, you can kind of get a general idea of where this troughing is right in there, and that's indicated on satellite imagery as well. But these satellite derived winds really are useful. The good news is back towards the northwest. Look at all these basically westerly winds. Now this is going to act as shear and that high pressure that's going to keep our area towards the south, meaning that if this does move on shore, the heaviest of the rainfalls would be across Mindanao and eastern areas of Visayas, but more so towards Mindanao. Let's take a look at a few of the weather models, and I can show you what I'm talking about here. So we pull this back a little bit. You can see your troughing down here towards the south and east of Mindanao. And then as we go ahead through Monday and heading into Tuesday, that kind of just pulls towards the north and east, and eventually you start to see that increase in rainfall across southeastern areas of that island. But overall, I would say about 50 to 100 millimeters, and definitely pretty breezy. But I think the big thing is that you kind of have the Philippine summer out here, so this more or less would be in fact a bit of a relief by the early to mid part of next week. But localized flooding truly could not be ruled out. Now, if you take a look at the broader picture, showing you the ECMWF ensemble. Now basically anytime you see one of these circles develop, like for example right here, this is indicating to you what the model is kind of suggesting as far as an area of low pressure developing. But as we go ahead through the mid to latter part of next week, you still have these troughs down towards the south, but something does pop up pretty interestingly, and that is back towards the east. Look at these guys on the ECMWF model. This actually is part of that Kona low over towards Hawaii, and it kind of tries to develop something and then spits it back. But it's pretty interesting to see something like that, kind of a little hint of possible tropical development in the long term. But overall, I think the big topic continues to be this troughing down towards the south and then increase in rainfall across Mindanao. With one more look here via the GFS model, you can kind of see that increase in rainfall as we go ahead through Wednesday into Thursday of next week. It also picks up on that little drop of an area of low pressure towards the southeast of Japan before that tapers off. And overall, though, in the very extended forecast, tropics remain relatively quiet. So, of course, like I mentioned earlier on, if you have any topics you would like me to touch on, please let me know. Please also let me know if you watch this entire video. It's really important, especially for the YouTube algorithm, if you watch the entire video all the way through. So if you're still watching, comment down below. I always appreciate that. And if you're watching this on Facebook, well, thanks for watching there as well all the way through. I think the algorithm pretty similar there as well. Anyways, I digress. Stay safe out there, and as always, thanks for watching.